I can bet you with my $1 million that most of the Igbo speaking people do not know the history of their language, how it came about, where it is right now, and the future of this language. But wait, I don't have $1 million. So. But the point is this: we are going to talk about the history of Igbo language, how it evolved over time. This is the story of how this language survived, adapted, and what will look like the future of this very language. Don't go anywhere. Let's dive right into it. First, you have to agree with me that Igbo people are one of the largest ethnic groups in Africa, but they are majorly situated in southeastern part of Nigeria. But just like every other language, Igbo language did not just emanate or came from nowhere. It was part of a larger family of language that is known as Niger-Congo, which is one of the biggest language of family in the world. But as time went on, many smaller groups began to break out, to begin to find their own way of speaking, which later one of those smaller groups became Igbo speaking language. So at the early stage, Igbo language does not have one single language. It has different dialects. That is, different people spoke Igbo language, but with different pronunciation, styles, and words. Just like the people of Nsukka, Onitsha, and Owerri spoke the same language, which is Igbo language, but with different pronunciation, with different words, and with different styles. These dialects grew naturally as communities stayed together in their own area and developed their own traditions. But things began to take a new turn when British came to Africa, especially in Nigeria, in the late 1800 and early 1900, when they colonized Nigeria and brought English language as the main language. So even missionaries came too. Because they needed to teach, preach, and translate the Bible, one major event happened that changed a lot of narrative. A man called Samuel Ajayi Crowther, who is a Yoruba man, helped to translate the Bible into Igbo language. That is, he translated the Bible into one of the Igbo dialects, which helped the Igbo language to become easier to read and understand. In as much as it is like this, there was a slight challenge because not everyone accepted that one Igbo dialect to become the main Igbo that everyone should accept and read. So later in the 20th century, scholars created something that we call Central Igbo. This is a collection of different Igbo dialects that was written as one for everybody to read and understand. It became standard to be taught in schools and to be used in books. Though it was not perfect, but it helped to bring unity in the writing and learning of Igbo language. But then, after Nigeria gained independence in 1960, what could look like a new challenge came up as many people began to move into the city where English language was dominant in school, workplace, and in government. So it affected many children as they spoke less of Igbo language at home. So later, people began to mix Igbo with English language in one sentence. For instance, somebody could say, "Please wait for me, Biko, I am coming." This is English language and Igbo language in one sentence. But even at that, Igbo language did not die. In fact, it took new turn as it began to appear in movies, films, and in everyday street talks. For instance, Nollywood began to use Igbo language heavily in their movies, which helped Igbo language to spread across in Nigeria and even to the world. Musicians began to add Igbo phrases to their songs to make it more melodious, and social media users began to use Igbo writings in their posts, especially when it applies to funny memes and jokes. Amazingly, technology is not even left out in this whole thing, because today there are apps and online dictionaries that can teach you how to speak and learn Igbo. There are many YouTube videos, cartoons, and animation on how to speak Igbo. Even universities are doing more teaching and research in Igbo language. For example, in 2022, Google added Igbo language as a language option in Google Translate, which is a big step in global recognition. But then one may ask, after all of this evolution and everything that's happened to Igbo language, where is Igbo language headed to? The truth is that in as much as many young Igbo people are comfortable in speaking English language, but many people have been opened to reconnecting back to their roots. Many Igbo people want to learn Igbo language and also teach it to their children so that the love for this language will not totally go into oblivion. If you go online today, you'll find out that there are many Igbo speaking people who are even using this language on their post, on their video, and everything that they are doing. Yes, we have a long way to go, but the love for Igbo language is not totally lost. One could say that Igbo language is changing, but the truth is that it is still alive and thriving. From ancient villages to modern cities, from traditional folktales to social media posts, this language has evolved over time, but its heart is still strong. Let me know if there is something you got from these very few thoughts of mine. Leave your opinion or your thoughts in the comment section. Do not forget to subscribe to this channel so that you'll be the first to be notified anytime we drop a video. Please feel free to like this video so that YouTube can show it to more people. Share to your friends and families in order for them to gain this knowledge also. Thank you for always coming back to our YouTube channel to watch our videos. My name is Uche and this is Gist TV.